Hey guys, what's up? It's JR Cuber. In this video, we have another Puzzlcrate unboxing. This is the June box. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Okay, interesting. Looks like we get a cube bag in here, as well as a couple of puzzles. All right, so these are the two puzzles. It looks like some kind of Pyraminx type puzzle and then some kind of Skewb type thing. So let's go ahead and check out this tetrahedron one first. So it says, here we have another puzzle named the Clover Pyraminx. We recently included the Land Clover Pyraminx in a previous Puzzlcrate. This Clover Pyraminx is produced by Chi in collaboration with Kevin Ulrich and a designer who goes by Star. Kevin says the puzzle is similar to a Master Morphix puzzle that has the corners hidden due to the shape of the cuts. The puzzle shapeshifts quite a bit and looks pretty crazy when fully scrambled. Like most Chi puzzles, the Clover Pyraminx is extremely playable and looks great in any collection. All right, so it definitely seems like this is going to be a bit easier than the Clover Pyraminxes we've had in the past. All right, let's go ahead and check this out. Okay, so here's what the puzzle looks like. Wow, this is interesting. So interestingly, this really only turns on one axis per edge. Normally Clover cubes turn on two axes per edge, so this already isn't really anything like a Clover puzzle, but as you can see, it shapeshifts like this. Interestingly, you can fully expose these like hidden inner pieces here. Yeah, look at that. You can just fully expose this inner piece like that, which is definitely pretty interesting. I haven't really seen a puzzle like that before. Okay, so I want to see how this is similar to a Master Morphix. If we turn one axis like this would be our centerpiece here, and these two would be corners. I guess these two hidden pieces would also be corners, making these four pieces our edges. So just for comparison, here is a normal 3x3 Master Morphix. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. This corner in the middle also correlates to this corner, and then we would have our three centerpieces here, here, and here, which are also here, here, and here, and then three edges in these spots, which would be these pieces. It's just these bigger corner pieces here are hidden on this one. Well, this is a really great looking puzzle. As you can see, there's that Star logo, one of the designers right there, and it turns super well being a Chi puzzle. It definitely moves incredibly smoothly. So let's go ahead and scramble this up and see how it solves. I'm assuming it's going to be like a 3x3. I would say this 3x3 shape mod probably looks the least like a 3x3. The Ghost Cube is pretty hard to beat, but like there's no way I think that hardly anyone would see this and be like, oh yeah, that's just a 3x3. Like this looks nothing like a 3x3. But I suppose it pretty much is. Just with some hidden corner pieces. Okay, that doesn't look like a half bad scramble. Okay, let's see about solving this. I guess we'll just start with this side. We're going to need a yellow piece here and another yellow piece right there. So this side wants to move. Nope, not like that. Man, I'm having a really hard time seeing this like a 3x3. Master Morphix comes really easy to me. I can really easily conceptualize that as a 3x3, but this is just throwing me off really heavy. Okay, this piece is in, and then let's see about getting this one in. There's that one. Okay, let's get these green ones in. We can get one there and one there. Okay, so we have a bit of a cross going here. Interesting. So as you can see, there's a little corner piece like totally hidden down there. When I turn it up like this, you can't even see it at all. It's completely invisible. That's really, really interesting. So we need to find one of these internal pieces and put it here. We can grab one from here. I guess we can replace this with a yellow piece, which is hidden somewhere. Oh no, it's right there. Okay. So let's turn this over here, and then we can kind of do a little bit of a corner insert, just like that. Cool. Now we have this, okay, this is weird. How do I put this in? I guess just like this. Yep, there's that internal piece in right there. Now we need this green one in. So it looks like the interesting thing with this is that the corners, none of the corners have any kind of orientation. They all can go in any way. All right, so now we have our first layer here effectively. Wait, did we build this like in the wrong way? Because I'm not seeing how these other centers are going to line up. I guess we have to turn it like this and then rotate these two centers. Interesting. So we can turn this up, turn this over, and then rotate the centers to match. So now that center matches, and then turn this up, rotate this. Okay, and now this center aligns. Let's align this center now. There we go. And this center. There we go. I think we've kind of messed things up a little bit. I didn't want to do that. All right, let's get this yellow piece out of here and put it in here. We need a internal piece here. There we go. We need this green piece here. There we go. And then that internal piece is already in. All right, I guess we have to insert it. How does that work? Maybe like this? Nope. Wait, how the heck do you insert an edge in? I guess, yeah, something like this. It has to be misaligned in the top, and then we can rotate over, and then it'll pair. Yes, okay. Cool. So that's in, and our internal piece is there. Now we need a yellow, or not a yellow, a green here, which looks like this is the only one, so it needs to be flipped. So take it out and then insert it down in from this angle. Yep, it definitely makes a lot more sense when we're dealing with an external corner and not an internal one. It's throwing me a little bit. What other pieces do we need? Just this yellow one. Okay. All right, cool. All right, let's take a look at this top layer here. These two need to be flipped, so we actually have an L case. Okay, so F, R, U, R, not quite. Maybe they just need to be like moved around or something. All right, and these two are in, and now these two need to be swapped. All right, I'm gonna just kind of try and do a T-perm here. All right, now it looks like this center kind of needs to be rotated 90 degrees. Okay, so it really needs to be like that. I wonder if we can kind of cycle all of these pieces around. Oops. Okay, now we just have to swap these two. Okay, so it looks like we have like a 2-corner and a 2-edge swap. It's like an F-perm, but there's no way I can execute that. How the heck do you do this in beginners? I think like this. Okay, so now we have like the whole cube solved except for these two edges that need to swap horizontally, which is basically like parity. So something's messed up with the corners here. I think maybe we have like an identical piece swap between two of these internal corners. I think that's the only explainable way here, because if we were to swap these two corners, like the internal one here and then the internal one here, it would also swap the edges. So I'm gonna see if we can do that. I'm gonna try and do like a Y-perm. So let's try, but it probably won't work. Something like that. Okay, I think the cube is solvable now. Let's try this. Yep, okay, there's all our edges done, and now we can just cycle the corners, something like this. Almost. Yep, now we just have to swap these two. Oh, great. That's fantastic. Can these edges be interchanged? Yeah, I guess so. These can all be interchanged. So maybe we need to swap an edge out. Like maybe this edge needs to come here or something like that. Let's try it. Okay, now I'll give this a shot again. Okay, maybe we just need to flip them. Okay, I really hope that this is solvable now. Yes, there we go. Okay, finally. Okay, this puzzle really made my brain hurt. For some reason, even though it's functionally basically the same as a Master Morphix, I just could not visualize this thing as a 3x3. Definitely because of the hidden corners, it really threw me for a loop. But still a fun puzzle. Definitely a bit of a challenge. I wasn't expecting this 3x3 shape mod like this to be so difficult, but it really was. This is just a really high quality puzzle too from Chi, so definitely a fun one if you want to check it out. All right, let's go ahead and move on. All right, so the next one is the double Skewb. So Moyu has just recently released this high quality Skewb modification that adds an extra layer of difficulty to the normal Skewb. Depending on which corners you turn, the inner centerpieces will move or remain stationary, thus scrambling the inner layer. Not every turn will scramble the centers, so try and keep track of what pieces move with each turn. The double Skewb is similar, but not the same as Carl Hoff's dual Skewb puzzle. Hopefully one day we'll see Carl's dual Skewb mass produced as well. Okay, so this puzzle is already reminding me of another puzzle that was made by Gregoire Fenning. Yep, so this is the one it reminds me of. This is Greg's multi-cube puzzle. So it kind of moves like a Skewb, as you can see here. But then when you turn the Skewb, there are internal pieces as well that also move. So kind of reminded me of that right off the bat, but this one seems to be pretty different. Okay, so this is the double Skewb. Interesting. All right, let's turn this. Okay, so obviously it moves like a normal Skewb. So which turns misalign the inner pieces? I'm not seeing any turns that misalign the inner pieces. Oh, there we go. Interesting. You can see here, when I turn this side, it's just this kind of outer shell that moves, and everything inside it does not. You can see when I turn it halfway, there's like some ridges on the pieces, which is kind of cool. Okay, so I assume there's like some kind of corner that everything is stuck to, and everything else turns around that. So we can turn it this way. Is that the only way you can turn it? It kind of seems like this half of the puzzle here, it's whatever is creating this internal mechanism, it's stuck to this half, and then this half it's not stuck to. But every other side doesn't really do anything. So I'm curious to see how difficult this is going to be to solve. So let's go ahead and scramble it up. There we go. That's a pretty good scramble. As you can see, we only have a few centers that don't match up with their inner centers. Let's go ahead and solve this like a Skewb first, and then tackle the other pieces. So let's go ahead and get the layer, and that's already done as well. Now we just have a Z-perm, which is kind of annoying. Okay, it looks like what we're probably going to have to do is, since the inner pieces don't follow the same color scheme, they obviously move. It's not like the centers are fixed in any way. So I think we're going to actually have to solve the internal centers first, and then see about getting the center pieces to surround these pieces without them moving. So we have white here and blue here. We need red here. That works easy enough to just put red here right there. And that actually automatically solves it. Okay, so the centers are solved now, but now we have to solve the rest of the cube around it with the centers like this. So white needs to be here. So, and just doing a sledge is not going to work because it's these are going to move along with it. So it looks like we'll have to place this center like that. So now that lines up with white, and this also lines up with green. How the heck are we going to get these other ones though? So it would be like up like this, and then maybe, no, we need, I guess maybe if we do that, and then up, down, and then back. Okay, now we have red in like that, and we can't just rotate these three. We have to somehow like flip this over somehow to get these three pieces over to here, and then we can just rotate the centers in. This is gonna be hard. Okay. So I think no matter what we do, the corner that everything will rotate around will always be the white, red, green corner. So that's going to be pretty helpful. How do we get the last three around this corner without messing everything else up? We can get two, and then, oh, can we get three like that? Yes, there we go. Okay. Now everything is aligned. Now we just have to be careful to not break this alignment. We just have to be sure to not turn this way around this corner. So let's see about solving everything else though. Oh, whoops. Yep, that's turning around this corner. Dang it. Okay, so now I'm basically realizing that we have to pair the pieces, not just in regards to this, but these two pieces also have to be paired up like this so that we don't have to do any turns along this axis. I don't think any other turns throughout the rest of the solve would require this, but let's see about solving these three now. Okay, I am totally lost with this puzzle. I don't have a single clue what to do, so I'm gonna look up a tutorial if there is one. Okay, I just watched a bit of a tutorial. I didn't want to watch the full thing, but basically it looks like the strategy is to solve the outer shell first, and then use a specific set of sledgehammers paired together to move around the inner pieces. I'm gonna give that a shot. I don't want to watch the full tutorial. I want to see if I can solve the whole cube just off of that little bit of information that I got. Just a bit of a hint, I guess you could say. So let's just go ahead and solve the outer part. Okay, so basically it went one sledgehammer like that, 180, two sledgehammers, and then back again for another sledgehammer. Okay, that seemed to do something. So that move seems to move around all 5 of these top pieces besides the bottom one. I think this definitely has something to do with how we do it in respect to this special corner here. Let's see, maybe if we hold it like this with green on bottom. Let's try it from this angle. Okay, now all 5 are out. Let's try it one more time. If this doesn't work, I'm going back to the tutorial because I don't feel like messing around with this anymore. Oh, okay, all 5 are still out. I'm gonna try it once more again. Now we're back down to 3 cycles, so I'm gonna keep watching the tutorial. Okay, I've gotten another hint. In the tutorial, the guy also has the special corner around this one, and he is solving orange first. So I'm gonna try that. So I'm gonna hold this on bottom and do this until orange is done. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's just leave it at the 5 cycle and keep watching the tutorial. Okay. So now the next step after orange is done is to get the green and white faces done. So we will hold yellow in front and then do that same move until green is over here. Okay, now green is done. Okay, so now to get the white piece in, we have to hold blue in front and then do that same move until white is in. So we'll do the same thing here. Okay, now white is in. Now we just have a 3 cycle between these 3 pieces. Okay, so to solve these 3, we can hold either white or green in front. I guess I'll just hold white in front, and then we do the same move, which will 3 cycle these pieces around. Okay, not quite. I think this is gonna be the last time we have to do this. I believe after we do this, the cube will finally be solved. Yes, we did it. Okay. Man, this is a really hard puzzle. I did have to look up a tutorial. With the tutorial though, it was pretty simple. There's just no way I could have figured it out on my own without the tutorial. I think I spent probably a good half hour on this puzzle before I looked up a tutorial. It was just, I wasn't getting anywhere. So yeah, hopefully that explanation was helpful at all. I know it's not a full-blown tutorial, but if you have this puzzle and you also have the special corner around white, green, and red, the steps that I went through will also work for you. And I think it would be pretty easy to adapt it if it was on another corner as well. Anyways, that's about it for this month's Puzzlecrate. We got 2 pretty awesome puzzles. If you guys want to check out Puzzlecrate, the link will of course be in the description. It's a $30 a month subscription service and you get new puzzles sent to you every single month. If you guys want to support the channel, you can like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, turn notifications, and use code JRCuber at thecubicle.com for a 5% discount. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.